Robert Plant just revealed his pick for Jimmy Page's greatest riff, and it's probably not the one you would think it is, and it's definitely not my choice for the best Jimmy Page riff. So I thought it might be interesting here to play a little game. I'm going to give you my top 3 Jimmy Page riffs, and while I do that, you can think of your own choice for top Jimmy Page riffs, and then when I reveal Robert Plant's choice, let's see how many of you match his choice. So here are my top 3 contenders. Number 1 is the Wonton Song. I know that's an unusual choice. It's kind of a B-side, a deeper track, but the riff just stomps. It's funky, it's greasy, it's not the usual thing you get from a heavy rock band in terms of attitude or tempo, and yet it still slams. And every time I hear it, I just picture Page in the control room thinking, I really have something here. And when he arranged the song, he did a great job. Placement of the solo, the bridge, the chorus, everything about this one just really works for me, and I think it's a great riff. My number 2 choice is Achilles' Last Stand, and it doesn't get much more prog rock than that, and yet this song still gets called heavy metal a lot. It's 10 minutes of controlled chaos. It's Page defying the musical odds. It's an epic poem of sorts, but it's really a guitar odyssey, and that galloping rhythm and multi-layered guitar tracking is what you think of when you think of Led Zeppelin at their most epic and most fantasy inspired. And my number 3 choice is Bring It On Home. Yes, this one is very bluesy, and it isn't necessarily what you would think of off the top of your head as a heavy riff, but I love it. It's very hooky and it's original, and it's really the first thing I ever heard from Jimmy Page and Led Zeppelin that caught my ear. So that main riff is like Howlin' Wolf was completely reinvented through Jimmy Page's fingertips. Now I could have picked Kashmir or Heartbreaker or A Whole Lot of Love or any number of other songs, but those are the 3 that really do it for me, at least today, at this moment. You might get a different choice if you ask me tomorrow. So now for the big moment. What did Robert Plant pick? Which of all of the great riffs created by Jimmy Page spoke to Robert Plant the most? Well, according to a new interview in Far Out magazine, Plant chose the song In My Time of Dying as Page's riff off the top, end quote. Now that's interesting because In My Time of Dying isn't a tidy 3-minute hit. It's an 11-minute blues odyssey built around slide guitar and a lot of soloing. But there's starts and stops and is an addictive riff, but it's definitely not the one I would have thought that he would have picked. So what's your pick for the best Jimmy Page riff? Do you agree with Robert Plant that it's In My Time of Dying, or do you go for some other monster riff like No Quarter or Immigrant Song, or even Dazed and Confused? Drop your choice down in the comments and let me know why. Shout it right on out. I read all of the comments and reply to as many as I can. MusicGuru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.